Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Shabizuddin. I'm the English teacher for grade 5 boys and girls. And in these videos, we want to talk about the lessons that will be included in the midterm exam. And here we will talk about the grammar book, of course, from Unit 11 to Unit 15. So, the first lesson we have is Unit 11, which is the adjectives lesson. And this is in page 26 and 27 in the book. So in this lesson, we want to memorize as many adjectives as possible and to get familiar with the different synonyms. Of course, synonyms are words that mean the same or nearly the same. For example, if I look at the sentences we have, number 1 and 2, Sally looks nice today. So in this sentence, I have the word nice. Can I think of any other words I can use instead of nice when I'm talking about someone looks or الشكل بتاع الزول? So I have many words, for example, wonderful, fabulous, astonishing, magnificent. All of these words can come instead of nice, and a lot of other words, for example, beautiful also. So when I'm talking about someone's looks, I can use any of these words instead of nice to make the sentence more interesting and better. So if we look at the second sentence, they say the meal was nice. So here also I use nice, but of course it's not in the meaning of beautiful because I'm talking about food. And the food, we cannot really describe it with beautiful. So nice هنا ما معناها جميل معناها شهي كان كان حلو الأكل. So the meal was nice. I can change nice here with delicious, for example, or tasty, or also I can use some of the adjectives we used in the first sentence. For example, wonderful, magnificent, fabulous also can work here. Can I use astonishing here? In this second sentence, I cannot use astonishing because astonishing more related to looks. So when I see someone or something beautiful, I say astonishing. So astonishing is more related to looks, not taste, if I cannot use it here. Okay, so like we said in this lesson, we have actually, it's all about memorizing. I need to memorize as much as possible. Many adjectives. So they will give me an easy adjective or a boring adjective such as nice, and they will tell me to change it in the different sentences to other adjectives. The one thing I need to pay attention for here is some words are only used in specific meaning. For example, if they give me the word nice with in a sentence, your clothes is nice. Nice here I can change it to fashionable, for example. Fashionable اللي هي يعني ماشية مع الموضة. So fashionable here can mean nice. But can it mean nice in the second sentence we have here? For example, the meal was nice. Can I say here fashionable? Of course not, because fashionable have nothing to do with the taste. It's only about the looks. So this is the one thing I need to pay attention to. I need to memorize as many adjectives as possible and the related adjectives, the adjectives that mean the same, like these adjectives. For example, nice, I can use instead of nice, wonderful, fabulous, and so on, like we've seen in the lesson. And we will come and do the exercises next, and everything will be a lot more clear for everyone, inshallah. So the first question we have is the focus question in page 26. In this question, they give me a bunch of adjectives, and I need to write other adjectives that mean exactly the same. And I have a photo to give me a hint of what they are talking about, to give me an idea, to help me. So the first image I have the word cross, which means angry. Angry, I can use other adjectives such as outraged, provoked, annoyed, or displeased. And of course, there's a lot of other adjectives I can use as well, but we're only taking examples. The second one, they I have the word bad. And bad here, if you look at the picture, we are talking only about food. So bad food. يعني الأكل بقى ما صالح إنه يتأكل. So I cannot use word like awful here, for example, because awful does not describe really bad food. So bad, I can say, for example, unhealthy or rotten or spoiled. So this is all describes bad food that I cannot eat. I should not eat. So the next word I have is boring, and boring, I can say, for example, the adjective dull, which means boring, and I can say also tedious, which means boring when I'm talking about someone, for example, like Omar is tedious, and he's boring. He do a lot of boring stuff. The next word I have is broken, and broken here, if you look at the image, we are talking about things. We're not talking about people, because broken can also be used for people. Yeah, for example, I can say to you, Sarah is broken. Broken here means she feels very sad. She's broken emotionally. يعني عندها كثير من المشاعر الما كويسة يعني. She's not happy. But here I'm talking about things. So broken here means اتكسر. And broken is, I can use the adjectives, for example, shattered, smashed, torn, if the thing I'm talking about is like a thing that can be torn. Torn يعني يتقطع ما يتكسر. And crushed. So this is all adjectives I can use instead of broken. The next word I have is quiet, and quiet I can use instead of it silent, for example, hush, and noiseless. So this is adjectives to use instead of quiet. And I have the rest of the words exactly the same way. It's just adjectives I can use instead of a specific adjective. And if they have a question like this in the exam, you only need to write one word. Yani, for example, if I give you the word cross, you will only need to write one, which is outraged, provoked, or even a word of your own. ممكن يجيب لي كلمة من راسي ما إلا ديل يعني. So you'll need only one. So this question is very simple. I don't think we need to read the rest. You can revise it by yourself. And this is all I need to do for the focus question. Okay, the next question I have is a practice question. And the practice question, I have question A and B. In question A, they told me to change or replace the word nice in each sentence. For example, we had a nice meal, number one. I can change this one to, for example, delicious or exquisite. Exquisite, which means very nice. So we had a nice, or we had an exquisite meal. Wallah, we had a delicious meal. If you notice, if I added something like exquisite, I need to change the before nice. I need to change it to an. So don't forget to change whatever you need to change in the sentence to make it correct. Because exquisite start with e, it means I need an before it, not a. So will be okay with delicious, and okay of course with nice, but not with exquisite. So the next sentence I have is I had a nice chat with my friend. I can change nice here for example, fantastic or interesting. So I had a fantastic chat with my friend, or I had a fantastic or interesting chat with my friend. And of course there's a lot of other adjectives I can use here also. It could be, I could use, for example, magnificent chat, or pleasant chat, or exceptional, whatever I want. Any adjectives. We are just giving examples. So number 3, I like nice shoes. And in here we will use some adjectives that talk about shoes specifically. For example, I like fashionable shoes. Fashionable is very nice word to use here. And also sporty shoes, which means الأحذية الرياضية يعني. So sporty shoes. The next one I have, she looked very nice in her new clothes. She looked very nice in her new clothes. So I could change nice for magnificent, for example, which also can be used in in other sentences, magnificent, fabulous, and so on. I can use it with many sentences, and I can use one word limited only to looks of people. For example, I could say charming. Charming اللي هي يعني it looks very beautiful. She looked very beautiful. The next sentence I have, he scored a nice goal. And in this sentence, I will use exceptional and significant. So he scored an exceptional, and notice again I changed the sentence. I didn't say he scored an exceptional goal or a significant goal. Of course, when I'm solving question like this, I only use one word. We just want people to practice with a lot of adjectives. That's why we use two words for each question. But if you solve it by yourself, you write only one word, of course. Number 6, I have, we had a nice time. And I'm using here the adjective pleasant and amusing. Pleasant and amusing. So we had a pleasant time. Well, we had an amusing time. So pleasant and amusing, both of them means great or ممتع, جميل. So this is practice question A. I just need to change one word, which is nice, to whatever adjective that can work in this specific sentence. Okay, so practice question B is exactly the same like question A. I just need to change the adjective. Instead of nice, I need to change little and use other adjectives, more interesting adjectives. So in the first sentence, I chose the adjective tiny. In the second sentence, mini. And in the third sentence, miniature. And in the fourth sentence, microscopic. Of course, with the germs, I use microscopic because this adjective means the thing is very small, that you can only see it with a microscope. So it comes great with the word germs, which is the thing we are talking about in sentence 4, of course. Miniature also comes great with the toys. So that's why I use it with the third sentence. Miniature means أشكال مصغرة من حاجة, whatever toy. And if I have a miniature of Superman, it means a copy of Superman, very small toy, miniature. So it comes great with the toys. Mini, which is the same like tiny, it means little. Mini is just also little. So this is the same question like question A. There's nothing really new. It's just we are using different adjective. Instead of nice, we are changing little, not nice. But it's exactly the same way, and everything is the same. So we don't need to spend much time on it. We can go to the next lesson.